shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wilson going to come out throwing. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
64 feet.
Throwing is Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Taking it right down Broadway. 30, 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Mixon with a first down carry. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
11.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
12. 11,
Cooper, the man in motion right.
11 empty. 11 Thomas.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill puts it off, and the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 135 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gun.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Down right around the 25.
11 Thomas.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11 MP. 11.
They go play action with Burrow. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Mixon running right. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another try for Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? He's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Inside handoff to Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Mixon again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go, here we go.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on second down. Wilson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mason finding space at the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Second down. It's Hughes. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 19 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. No problem there on the extra point. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right
And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hughes. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that gets them back within 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
11.
Mixon will try the right side. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 33. 168 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
They gotta go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Burrow on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mixing up the middle. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, You should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. To throw again is Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Wilson finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Bengals will get the football back. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
12.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. The open man is Westbrook. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Finding space at the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Again, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jenkins.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd down, Hughes. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Here we go.
On third down, Mixon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, his throw incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, Carter, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Cincinnati, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another home date next week.